Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Fanatics. Looking forward to today's session. Today's going to be, why did I make this crazy choice to get into real estate? After having corporate job, after having the great financial opportunities in those jobs, the security, the whole 9 yards, why did I walk out of corporate and go right into real estate? One of the hardest things that I've ever done. Stay tuned for more. However, before we begin, if you want to connect with me on any questions, any topics, any guidance on anything, just let me know. Hit me on my Calendly.com/Mike Nelson IHG. I'll be on the link below. We can schedule some time to chat about anything you want. Hit the subscription button for me down below if you find these videos helpful. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we'll keep getting these videos cranked out for you all. So how did I become a real estate agent? Well, that's a crazy story. I did 19 years in the military, served in Iraq, been all over the Middle East, worked with the government through those 20 years, I should say. In that case, I did a full 20 and got my retirement. I did 19 years at IBM in corporate America. It was just a great experience, lots of opportunities. I was working lots of hours. I was really in the Air National Guard, so it was 1 week in a month, but they were deploying us quite a bit as well. IBM was super supportive of supporting the military and what we were doing, so they gave me the time off necessary and some split pay and some things like that. So super awesome companies to work for. However, it kind of got to the end of the days there where I just felt like there was a new calling for me. I was working a lot of 24-hour shifts, even though I could take time off throughout those 24 hours, but we were working with moving work overseas to lower cost countries, things like that, and it just wasn't as fulfilling of a job by the end. Grateful for all my time there. It's just kind of the latter tenure of that career. I just wanted to change. So I was like, well, hell, I was living in Texas at the time. I was like, let me get back to Colorado, where I was kind of raised for my 25 years before I decided to take off and go do some other things in life. I know a lot of high school friends here. I know a lot of family here. This makes sense. I didn't know I was going to get into real estate at the time, but I'm like, I need to get closer to home. So if I wanted to make a shift or a change into some kind of profession, I had a few more people that I knew in Colorado, if you will, that could help me out or advocate for me. So I don't know why. Honestly, I can't remember why real estate. Not even a great story. However, I was like, well, what the hell? I think something triggered my mind. I happen to know one of the owners of one of the Keller Williams offices in town. I actually went to high school, middle school with him. Sat down and talked with him, and I was like, this sounds pretty cool. Like, I'm not a guy that quits very easily, so this has got a lot of money potential to it. I was a big advocate and believer of corporate world's great, but you only get paid what somebody's willing to tell you you're worth. I had done that for so many years. Great job security, but even then, you're still a number. If they ever want to chop you, you're still chopped. You don't control your fate in the end. I wanted that ability to be able to say, I'm a pretty hard worker. I work a lot of hours. I'm willing to pour as much time and energy into something to make it successful. Why not be my own business? Yeah, I could look at franchising, go get like a McDonald's or a Subway, but gosh darn, man, I'm going to be out 6 figures or more just to get that thing up and running. I just didn't feel like working for 4 or 5 years or whatever it might take to actually try to even just get back to break even. So real estate, good, bad, or indifferent, and has its pros and cons, is a pretty low barrier to entry. I think that has its negatives too. I think it should be tougher for people, to be honest with you, because everybody gets in and they don't really realize what they got themselves into. However, in my world, it was pretty inexpensive, right? $2,500, somewhere in that neighborhood, between all your licensing and tests and all that good stuff, MLSs. Not a bad expense to get into. Got into it, talked to my buddy who was the owner, and I found out after that, he's like, man, Mike's never gonna make it in this business. That's the funny part. So he was surprised that I was very successful with it. So anyways, that was kind of where I started with it. And so where did I go from there, right? I was like, cool, 9 months in, I'm like, man, I'm struggling. This is tougher than I thought it was. I'm working weekends just to try to get out there. I'm learning as much as I can. I mean, I was pouring a lot of time and energy into this to really get no money in return. In fact, it was costing me money because I had to pay monthly dues to the market center and things like that. So anyways, finally got some deals. Everything took off and went and running. I was like, okay, this is working, right? I think in our second year to into our third year, we were maybe doing like 35 deals. Now I was reaching the next level, which is like, all right, this is freaking burnout. Like, this is crazy. This is too much time. I don't like the paperwork side. I don't like all of the admin, calendaring. Like, I have to do those things, but man, it's eating up my time. I'd really rather be focusing on the dollar work that really makes me the most bang for my buck, for lack of better terms. So hired my wife in. She did the business as like kind of my executive admin / TC. Man, that helped free up time. I think I busted out to like 50 plus deals. And then I was like, cool, I now need an agent because I want to focus on some managerial business ownership stuff. It was nothing against the clients, but I needed to be able to figure out kind of how to grow this business to the next level. people, and it was really hard to do if I was running 4 and 5 buyers a night out to do showings. So that started the team model. We built up the team model locally to probably 75, 80 units, something like that within their first year total. So then we were like, well, hell, let's go expansion, right? Let's just keep building this thing bigger and bigger with the right learning, the right training, the right mentors, the right everything. So we went down that road with expansion. First office we opened up was about 150 miles south of us down in Colorado Springs. Contracted a great lady down there who was just looking for some growth opportunities, and I think she did 24, 28, 30 deals in her first year with us, and we brought on a couple agents there. We were learning, getting our feet wet. We lost some agents. We still lose agents today, no matter how much systems and what we have and how much we vet them in the beginning. It's just that, you know, not everybody's right for this business still. But with that being said, then we expanded into like 6 other cities, including then we decided to go out of state. I mean, things were just going and going and going and going and building and building and building. We were in Nashville, Scottsdale, Vegas. We learned a lot of lessons through those. We peeled back to Colorado temporarily. We're getting ready to grow back out again on a nationwide thing. So, you know, that's how I got into real estate, was like these really cool, big thinking ideas that I wasn't held to somebody saying, no, you can't do that. In the corporate world, of course, you have to have some structures, and you know, you're limited to certain budgets, things of that nature. The biggest risk is it's your money. You'll either be successful with it or you're gonna go home broke, right? And so there's a lot of risk reward with that, but I love that. It's kind of the way I think. So honestly, to wrap it up, that's why I got into real estate, was unlimited ceiling. I knew I had the work ethic to make things successful. I'm big into risk reward. I love that. I don't like it when I'm losing, for sure, on the risk reward side, but I love it when I'm winning. But when I'm losing, it kicks me into the next gear, because I just don't like to lose. The amount of people that I got to know throughout this thing has been amazing. So I don't think I saw that as clearly when I first started this job as today. The network that I have, the friends that I've created and been able to be a part of their lives and vice versa, has been amazing opportunities for us. So honestly, those are the things why I got into real estate. I was a MAPS coach with Keller and Williams. I got to have some ownership for a little while. I mean, the opportunity has been super awesome. And now we've recently moved over to EXP because we just see different growth opportunities there than where we were at with the previous company. So super excited. Man, it's just, we keep going and growing, and we lose money sometimes, we make money sometimes. It's just really a fun environment to be in. It's a lot of risk reward. It keeps me vibrant. I'm always excited to show up to work every day. Most days, that'd be a lie to say all days, but it's just always fun. And helping others achieve and reach their financial goals is always super cool and fun for me. So anyways, hope that video was helpful for you today. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button down below, comment down below. If you want to reach out to me, hit me on the calendly.com/Mike Nelson IHG, posted down here below. Let's talk, let's chat about anything you want in real estate. Thanks.